Do you call yourself a Republican so you can make a claim to credibility when you attack the GOP?
No, I call myself a Republican because I am one. I believe in market solutions, and I believe in common sense realities and the necessity to defend ourselves against a dangerous world, and that's about it. Problem is now I have to be homophobic. I have to count the number of times people go to church. I have to deny facts and think scientific research is a long con. I have to think poor people are getting a sweet ride. And I have to have such a stunning inferiority complex that I fear education and intellect in the 21st century. But most of all, the biggest new requirement, really, the only requirement, is that I have to hate Democrats. And I have to hate Chris Christie for not spitting on the president when he got off Air Force One. The two-party system is crucial to the whole operation. There's honor in being the loyal opposition, and I'm a Republican for the same reasons you are. So I hope your voice gets louder in the next 4 years.
So here we are, Americans all, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, non-aligned neophytes, libertarians, the laissez-faire, all huddled around our multimedia devices, either reveling in the news from Iowa that our chosen one has beaten down the evil of those who would seek to make us a lesser nation, or licking our war wounds that we are backing a former champion racehorse who is now heading for the figurative glue factory. It makes no difference who won, who lost, who didn't show, and who now understands when it comes to being the next POTUS. They are now a better choice for the Witness Protection Program. Most of the people in this audience are either way going to have to do some serious soul-searching before we slide on the ice to New Hampshire and seek to understand what those rather curious New Englanders have in store. The time has come to understand and come to grips with, to you, what being a Republican should mean and what it actually means in relation to whomever is going to lead this party into November. Don't allow yourselves to be sidetracked by the shiny things from Democrats. That's a band that has their own problems and issues. Right now, they don't mean anything, and they shouldn't, no matter how loud they whine. Forget them. Let them be. At the moment, anyone and everyone on the left should not be your concern. There's plenty of time for that. What is important now, after just the opening salvo in a long and often dirty battle, is going forward, focusing on what being a Republican is supposed to be about. Not to anybody else, but to you. Because in the end, you, the individual, the man and woman with the vote, you're the ones who should from this moment forth be solely responsible for deciding what the Republican Party will be, how it will be judged by those who look at the party with a wary glance, and why those who are still trying to figure out how they will choose from between a former Secretary of State who could soon be wearing an orange jumpsuit instead of placing a left hand on the Bible, or someone who could be the first resident of the White House to need guaranteed Secret Service protection and a pallet full of depends at the ready. You, the American voters, the Republican American voters, you're on the clock. This is the time to stop being enthralled by the silver tongues of career politicians and career businessmen and women alike, because it makes no difference whom you have decided to vote for or whom you are leaning toward voting for. They will all tell you exactly what you want to hear. They will play to your fears and insecurities because that's what they do best. There's a good chance your candidate actually means what he or she says. It's possible they actually have a plan to accomplish what mere mortals seem impossible to think of. But as history teaches us, it's more likely they're throwing verbal snowballs seeking to win first, then take action when they have those keys to the washroom for Air Force One. This is not the time to land on a candidate. It's time to continue listening. Then dig deep to understand the choice you make in November isn't about you. It's about your family, your friends, the future of this nation, and the future of a world that still wants to admire America for what she is, not what she promises to be in the next 4 years. And that is telling it like it is. Rock on, true believers. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to follow us for all the coverage from Iowa and post-Iowa as we then head towards New Hampshire, right here on The Hardline.